beautiful.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 2 of my China adventures. I have just arrived in Shenzhen, a city that I honestly thought was AI when I first saw it on my feeds. Today, I'm taking you along to spend 3+ days here in this hyper-modern megacity as we experience epic skyline views, cutting-edge tech spots, wild architecture, massive theme parks, amazing food, and even some places that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be in Shenzhen. I've totally hyped myself up from this intro and I hope that you're as excited as I am. So without further ado, let's kick off our Shenzhen adventures. So this is my hotel. The price point is fantastic. I think I paid about $200 for 3 nights here. You're not going to find a cheaper price for a private hotel room of this size. And the location is great. It's in the Futian area, which makes it quite central to get to most of the attraction spots. Especially helpful if you're a first timer here in Shenzhen. I am starting the day off a bit easier here at the Lianhuashan Park. This park is literally less than a 5-minute bus ride from where the hotel is. One thing I've noticed about Shenzhen or China in general is that the locals here really do make full use of their immaculately maintained public parks. I mean, I'm here, it's barely 8 a.m. and there's so much going on, from picnics and group activities. There's a group there doing Tai Chi. It's just not something I think we see in Sydney that often. It's time to balance all that walking with a bit of breakfast, and I have to tell you guys, I'm a bit obsessed with dim sum at the moment after my experience in Guangzhou. So I'm here to check out another dim sum restaurant chain here in Shenzhen. According to Dianping, it's pretty good, and it's called Cailan Dimsum. I'm starving, so let's hope it's good. Let's go. I do think I'm getting quite good at ordering dim sum that's just enough for one person. Let me show you what I got. Starting off with the seafood red rice rolls. These are must try, by the way, when you're in China. I had them in Guangzhou, but you also have them here in Shenzhen. Smells amazing. But I think the smartest decision I made was this next one. I couldn't decide which dumpling to get, so I got a little taster sample that has one of each of their best sellers. And we're finishing off with their durian pastry. The durian smell is strong and the pastry is so flaky. And I would have already covered this in my China travel guide by this stage, but you'll be using WeChat Pay for absolutely everything, including to pay for the meal that we just had. I would recommend downloading one of the WeChat mini programs. The one that works here in Shenzhen is the Chengcema. It looks a little bit something like this, and I do cover how to install and get it working in my China travel guide. I'm gonna link that travel guide in my description box so you can check that out. You wanna scan it here? That's it. And the subway in general is pretty easy to work out here in China, especially if you've navigated public transport in Singapore or Taiwan. Use Apple Maps or A Maps that will show you the station and the platform that you need to be on. And travel here is cheap. That cost me just 42 cents. A lot of people are going to tell you to use A Maps when navigating your way in China, but I honestly don't think enough credit is given to Apple Maps. It also works in China, but one of the main reasons why I like it is I can look at the map even when my phone is locked. I mean, look at this. It's currently locked, see? It's those little things that just makes all the difference for me. The HouHai area in Shenzhen is where you're going to find the best in innovation and technology that this city has to offer. And if you're in the area, here are some things that I reckon you should do. I'm generally not a fan of malls when I'm traveling, but Shenzhen is known to be home to some of the best ones. So here I am. This is MixC. It's also a good time to be here anyway because it's so hot inside. And I don't know who needs to know this, but if you're a DJI fan, the one thing you have to do if you're in China is to visit a DJI store, because let me tell you, every single thing is at least 30% cheaper than what you would pay for in Australia. Like the Osmo Pocket 3, which is what I'm filming on right now, I think costs about 900 for the creator combo in Australia. It's about 720 Aussie dollars here. And just around the corner from MixC Shenzhen Bay is the Shenzhen Talent Park. And I'm here because I heard that you can get a drone delivery done here. Let's go give it a go. So this is how you do a drone food delivery service here in Shenzhen, China. You basically scan this QR code using your WeChat, assuming that your WeChat Pay is already set up. And once you've placed an order, hopefully the drone's going to come somewhere from that direction and deliver you the food. It's incoming. So delivery. Got an Americano. And I happened to also chance upon a drone delivery dispatch location. Let's go up and take a closer look. These drone dispatch areas are powered by Meituan, and while Shenzhen is the first China city where this was available, the service has since expanded to Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Nanjing. Nationally, these drones are doing well over 20,000 deliveries daily. And only in Shenzhen, China would you get a barista that is actually a robot. You scan this QR code to make an order, and then you've got your coffee selection here. 谢谢. Located just around the corner from the Shenzhen Talent Park is the Inno 100 Center, a showcase area of some of the latest technology and innovation here in Shenzhen. Like for example, this is the world's first and best exoskeleton. Let's give this a go. 大概怎么穿？我没那么瘦啊，可以。我理解了。Some other cool stuff that I saw here included this computer chess player, glasses that translate audio and text in real time. No way! The latest in 3D printing, and this. Okay. And while you're here in the area, you should also check out the Xiaomi flagship store. Like, I knew they did phones, but I had no idea that they also did cars. And it is some of the most impressive automobiles I have ever seen. Right behind me, I believe, is their top of the line. This is a SU7 Ultra.
Speaking of racing, you can go up to 100 kilometers in 2.0 seconds.
That is so impressive. I then headed to MixC World, one of the most popular malls in Shenzhen, housing possibly every brand you can think of, for a bit of lunch. And the MixC World houses, amongst other things, one of the biggest house nowheres I have ever seen. I mean, just look at it. It is actually raining at the moment in the afternoon, and so I decided to move this next spot onto my itinerary. I am at the Huanle Harbor to visit a bookstore that has been all over my social feeds, and you're about to see why. This is the Yuxin Bookstore. It is part art installation, part bookstore. Step inside and you'll be hit with this mind-blowing design. A spiraling book rack that seems to be twisting endlessly, aka the Booksy Tunnel. And I mean, it's totally worth seeing. Just look at it. Okay, so at this point of the itinerary, we were supposed to be at the Shenzhen Civic Center to see the drone show, which, by the way, in 2026 is going to happen on Fridays and Saturdays at 7, 8, and 9 p.m. However, all of the shows have been cancelled today due to the weather. So if that happens to you when you're visiting, may I recommend coming back to the Shenzhen Talent Park, because you will see a lot of the buildings that we saw earlier on in the afternoon light up the sky. Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of my Shenzhen adventures. We have an exciting day ahead, but first things first, breakfast. And then Ping says that this rice noodle shop near my place is pretty good, so let's go give it a go. There's quite a nice selection of rice noodles and congee. Looks delicious. And would you believe all of this for just 5 Aussie dollars? Crazy. This is a shrimp rice bowl. One of the things that you have to do whilst you're in Shenzhen is to, of course, try out a driverless car. To do this, you will need to have 2 things. One is the Pony Pilot Plus app, and the second is to have a China phone number. I talk about the importance of having a China phone number in my China travel guide, by the way, and so if you're a first-time visitor, I highly recommend watching that as well. So the car has 34 sensors that allows it to drive without knocking anything over, and it also prioritizes your safety as well. For example, the car will not take off until you put on your seatbelt, and at any given point, if you try to take off your seatbelt, someone will come in to warn you. How cool is that? I needed some coffee after my breakfast, so here I am at Nanhai E-Cool, one of the coolest areas in Shenzhen. I believe it used to be an industrial complex that today is a creative hub housing quirky art installations, some art galleries, local indie designer brands, and a huge selection of cafes and restaurants. And the coffee standard is also high. Literally walk into any cafe and you're bound to get some good coffee. Special highlight to this ice cream store as well that I went to, for allowing me to try almost every flavor available. But what's really interesting as well is that the area has kept a lot of the original structure rather than demolish it completely. In fact, the decor of a lot of the stores here are giving that minimalist chic vibe. I am here for it. You will of course never run out of interesting things to do here in China, and the Window of the World is a perfect example of that. It is a massive theme park where you can basically travel the world in a single day. The grounds of the park contain over 130 miniature replicas of the world's most iconic landmarks, from a scaled down Eiffel Tower to Egyptian pyramids, Taj Mahal, Statue of Liberty, Angkor Wat, and more. It is even divided into theme zones like Europe, Asia, Africa, and America. This entire park will take you easily 4 to 5 hours to explore properly. It's now nearing dinner time, and so I've decided to head here for dinner. This is the Dongmen Pedestrian Street, one of Shenzhen's oldest and most vibrant shopping streets. You are going to probably end up spending most of your night exploring narrow streets that are packed with shops, food stalls, and historical landmarks. And by the way, this is also incidentally where China's first McDonald's is. This area is giving Myeongdong and Seoul to me. There's so many people. It's where we're having dinner. This is a seafood restaurant, so I got myself a prawn and scallion congee, and also some of the largest oysters I have ever seen. Just look at that. That is my hand. Let's give these a go. Oh, it's hot, actually. So juicy. I mean, I love my oysters raw usually, but this garlic and chili works so well with it. Delicious. I have to say though that this congee is so flavorful. This is supposed to be a prawn and scallion congee, and the prawn flavors are so strong in this. So good. Not only that, but every bite is also full of prawn meat. I'm here at the Gangxia North Station, and I'm here to see the one thing that has been all over my social feeds, and it is right in front of me. This is known as the Shenzhen Eye, and is probably one of the more popular landmarks here in Shenzhen. A lot of people come here to take videos and photos, and I mean, could you blame them? Just look at it. So that was the Shenzhen Eye. A lot of the videos that you see online will just tell you that the Shenzhen Eye is all that this station has to offer, and so that's what I thought it was, but there is actually a huge ass underground mall here at the station. It will honestly take you at least 20 to 25 minutes to get from one end to the other. It is full of clothing stores, coffee shops, phone stores, gacha machines, and many food stalls. You name it, they probably have it here. And that's not all the Gangxia North Station has to offer. If you come out from exit 4, you will hit this super famous spot that you've probably seen on social media. Look. The lights are usually on Fridays and Saturdays at 7, 8, and 9 p.m. So make sure to come around those times if you want to catch the area in its best light, literally. Good morning, guys. Welcome to day 3 of my adventures here in Shenzhen. I am now at the Gangxia North Station, about to catch a train for a little day trip that's about an hour away from Shenzhen. It costs just $1 to come all the way out here. Public transport in China is amazing. For day 3, I wanted to do something a bit different than the city vibes that I've been doing for the last 2 days. You get it. Shenzhen is a city of cutting modern tech. But did you know there are also several ancient towns located outside of the city where you get to experience how the people here used to live before all the modernization took place. Today, we are at the Gankeng Hakka town, a beautifully preserved Hakka village located about 40-45 minutes away from Shenzhen city, and offers a glimpse into the region's traditional architecture and culture. The area features these cobblestone streets, past century-old Hakka houses, ancestral halls, local craft shops, making it a charming destination for tourists and history enthusiasts alike. Here, you can experience authentic Hakka cuisine, cultural performances, and you're basically going to get a very immersive experience into Shenzhen's heritage beyond the city's modern tech. And there's actually plenty of things to do here. Apart from appreciating the traditional architecture, there's also plenty of Hakka food, plenty of opportunities to do souvenir shopping, and there's even a service where you can put on a traditional Chinese outfit to take some beautiful pictures. The space is pretty huge and entry is free. It will probably take you around 2, maybe even 3 hours to do properly. Food looks amazing. And by the way, the Gankeng Hakka town is about 1 kilometer away from Gankeng station. I walked here, but you can actually catch the shuttle bus to and from the station. I think it costs you about 6 RMB. And I really wanted to fit in one last thing before I leave Shenzhen, and honestly, after days of walking over 20,000 steps, a massage, in my opinion, was well deserved. I tried out a popular China massage chain called Zheng Yuan. The service was superb, and I believe the 90-minute massage cost me just under 40 Aussie dollars. Unbelievable value. They are, by the way, a nationwide chain, so you should be able to find them in other cities as well. Guys, I'm here at the Shenzhen Bao'an International Airport because sadly, my time in Shenzhen has come to an end. Though know, my China adventures have not come to an end yet, as I am currently heading to my next city, and that is Chongqing. I had high expectations coming into Shenzhen after everything I saw online, and I have to say, this city really smashed it out of the ballpark. It is such a unique combination of the latest in technology and innovation, but also some of the best food that I've ever had, and rich culture and history. And also I have to say, this is the third China city that I've been to now, and the customer service is A+. So basically, if you're watching this, consider this your sign to book a trip to Shenzhen. Trust me, you are going to be impressed. If you're, by the way, looking for more things to see, eat, try and do in Shenzhen beyond what has been shown in this video, you're going to find my Shenzhen travel PDF helpful, which contains well over 50 places to add to your itinerary. The PDF will cost $5, but it will also give you access to my Apple Maps playlist, which I will update every time I return to Shenzhen, and so you'll be constantly finding new things to check out in China's Silicon Valley. Of course, China is huge, and it's likely that if you come here, you will not just be doing one city, and if so, you may be looking for recommendations or travel guides for some of the other major China cities. I will link them either at the end of this video or in the bottom in my description box. And if you're traveling to China for the first time, you're going to find my China travel guide helpful, containing absolutely everything you need to know, including what to do before you arrive, what to do when you arrive, and how to navigate public transport across China. I'm going to link that video at the end of this video. I do hope that you found value in today's video, and if you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share all the good things that you know are going to appease those holy YouTube algorithm gods, but far more importantly, will just make my day as a content creator. As always, I hope that you have a fantastic day ahead, or that you've already had a good day. I'm going to see you real soon in the next video. 再见.